Hi, my name is Nicolette Castagna. Welcome to an introduction to mindfulness. In this video, I'll be explaining the concept of mindfulness, some of the benefits it can bring, and leading you through a short mindfulness meditation exercise. This is not by any means a comprehensive overview, but it is a good starting point for those of you interested in learning more about mindfulness. And I hope it helps you build upon the curiosity and motivation that led you to watch this video in the first place. Mindfulness, by definition, means being aware of or attentive to. It is all about being present, meaning not being distracted. Mindfulness is a tool to help reduce stress and promote inner peace. And in this sense, we define it as paying attention in the present moment. Sounds simple enough, but how does it work? Mindfulness is all about observing and paying attention to moments in our life versus thinking, judging, worrying about, and analyzing moments in our life. Of course, it's important to use our thinking skills in so many different situations every day. But when we are constantly in thinking mode, comparing things, worrying about problems that may arise in the future, it can lead us to feeling stressed. Many of us spend a lot of time in our lives worrying about the future, focusing on regrets from the past. Mindfulness is the act of noticing these things and just observing them without judgment. It helps us to have non-bias awareness of what we're thinking, feeling, or doing in our life, as if we're stepping outside of ourselves and observing what's going on. This act can lower the negative impact that difficult feelings or thoughts might have on us. To help us get out of our minds and out of our thoughts, it can be really helpful to tune into our senses. How about right now? Focus on your feet touching the ground beneath you. What does that feel like? And how about the sensations of the clothes against your skin? This shift in mindset does take some practice to really become a habit, but it doesn't require going anywhere or learning any fancy techniques. Practicing bringing our attention to the present moment instead of living in our thoughts truly can become the opportunity of a lifetime. Over the past several decades, there has been a ton of research discovering the benefits that mindfulness has on reduced stress and improved health. When practiced regularly, even only for a few moments a day, mindfulness can help lower blood pressure, reduce anxiety, reduce levels of cortisol, improve our immune function, and improve overall feelings of well-being. A regular mindfulness practice changes our brain. It helps to create new nerve cells in the frontal parts of our brain that are involved in decision-making and logical thinking, and reduces activity in those deeper parts of our brain that are associated with fear and a stress response. Mindfulness, or the ability to notice our thoughts and emotions and be in tune with the present moment, can help us gain control of our own mental state. It offers several benefits. It can help us to understand ourselves better. When we're able to notice our thoughts, we're able to pick up on patterns in the ways that we're thinking that might not be very helpful to us. It can also help us identify things that trigger us to feel stressed. Mindfulness can also help us to simply enjoy life better. When we're not distracted by the thoughts in our head, worrying about the past or focusing on the future, we can be more in tune with the simple pleasures around us on a daily basis. When we tune into our senses, maybe we're better able to really fully enjoy the smell of our cup of coffee in the morning, or not be so distracted that we miss a beautiful cardinal outside of our window. People that practice mindfulness regularly and have discovered the benefits it brings are very grateful for the moments that they would have missed completely when they are previously living their life more on autopilot. Mindfulness is a state of being present, of noticing what's going on within you and around you, and trying to notice that and observe that without judgment or attaching other things to what you're observing. But it's also something that we can practice every day. Nearly every task we perform on a daily basis, whether we're washing our hands, brushing our teeth, walking to get the mail, those things can be done in a more mindful way, in a way that we're really paying attention to each subtle action that's involved in that task. There are other exercises that can help us practice mindfulness and be fully present to make it become more of a habit in our daily lives. Number one is focusing on our breath. Our breath is something that we all have within us. It's something that we can practice using and focusing on no matter where we are. And the key is to just tune in, to focus on an inhale, to focus on how an exhale feels. So bringing your full attention to your breath helps us ground and anchor into the moment, out of our minds and into the present moment. So use your breath. Another helpful tool is body awareness. When we're exercising or just walking down the hall, maybe stretching when we wake up in the morning, really pay attention to your body. Curiously explore where you might be feeling stiff, where you might be feeling more open and a little bit more strong. Just curiously noticing your body and different sensations therein. So body awareness. Another helpful strategy is mindfulness meditation. When I'm talking about mindfulness meditation, I'm not referring to a specific spiritual or religious practice, but really just the act of carving out even only a few minutes to let yourself just be, to check in with yourself and practice observing thoughts that might arise, focusing on your breath, and giving yourself some space and time to welcome feelings of calm, relaxation, and presence. In a few moments, I'll be guiding you through a short mindfulness meditation exercise to show you what that's about. Another way we can practice mindfulness in our daily lives is through mindful eating. The next time before you're going to eat something, I encourage you to really pay attention to the food. Notice the shape, the colors, the textures of the food. Really tune in to all of your senses that are associated with eating. How does the food look? How does it smell? When you take a bite out of something, really feel the different textures of the food, the tastes, how it's nourishing your body and supporting your health. Maybe even thinking about all the different steps that it took to get onto your plate in that moment, and being grateful for those that helped get you the food that you're about to enjoy. So those are just some different ways that we can practice mindfulness. Focusing on our breath, focusing on our body and how that feels in a curious, non-judgmental way, just a curious and observational way. Practicing mindfulness meditation and mindful eating. Another helpful exercise that can help us to have a mindful moment is using the stop technique. The acronym STOP can be a great way to help create space between a stimulus and our response. It can help us to take a pause and take a moment for ourselves to respond to something instead of reacting to something. So stop. The S simply stands for stop. Stop what you're doing for a moment. T, take a breath or tune in to your breath. Notice the natural rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. Saying inhale to yourself as you breathe in and exhale to yourself as you ground into the present moment. The O stands for observe. Observe what's going on with yourself. How are you feeling emotionally right now? If there's a sense of calm, or maybe there's a sense of anger or irritation, maybe even sadness, notice where you feel those feelings physically in your body. Observe the thoughts that are running through your mind and what might be causing them. Observing what's going on with yourself in a non-judgmental way can help release some of the hold that those thoughts and emotions might have over you in the moment. So the O stands for observe. The P stands for proceeding into the next moment with something that would be helpful for you. Is it continuing to focus on your breath? Is it calling a friend that might make you feel a little better? Acknowledge that you took a moment for yourself to pause and reflect. All right. So to summarize what we've gone through over the last several minutes, mindfulness as a tool to reduce stress, to promote inner peace, and to offer us a ton of emotional, mental, and physical health benefits is defined as paying attention in the present moment. I outlined some different ways that we can practice this on a daily basis by being in tune with the tasks that we participate in, by carving out dedicated time to focus on our breathing, to train ourselves to better notice and observe our thoughts and our emotions. The STOP acronym can be helpful when we're in a particularly challenging situation and need to take a break, a mindful pause for ourselves to proceed into the next moment in a helpful and supportive way. Next, I'll be guiding you through a short mindfulness meditation exercise. The goal of mindfulness meditation is not to try to be perfect at it, because our minds will always wander. The goal is to carve out some time to focus on your breath and to practice noticing and staying present in that space between our thoughts. If your mind wanders, which it most likely will, notice your thoughts, keeping that observational mindset, and come right on back to your breath. In fact, the act of catching yourself wandering off is really what mindfulness is all about. A mindfulness meditation practice is the training ground to help us become more present in our daily lives. We'll be spending about 10 minutes going through a guided meditation to help us tune into our breath and focus on our body in the present moment. So let's get started. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Placing both feet on the ground and beginning to check in with your body, noticing how it feels to be supported by the chair that you're sitting in. Your feet planted on the ground. Your clothes against your skin in this moment. Are there any sounds around you or particular smells in the room? I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. It can help us to remove distractions and begin to tune inward in this practice. Focus on inviting a sense of calm and relaxation into your body, relaxing your jaw, giving your eyes a rest, and beginning to pay attention to your breath. Focus on an inhale. Where do you sense the breath coming into your body the most? Is it through your nose, your mouth, into your throat? Focusing on that as you breathe in. And focusing on an exhale. Exhaling your breath out fully. Maybe feeling a little bit more relieved as you exhale. Continuing to breathe, bringing your full attention to your breath. Inhaling fully and exhaling slowly. As one breath ends, the next begins. If thoughts come into your mind, notice them, but let them float on by like a cloud in the sky, and bring your attention back to your breath. This time, trying to inhale a little bit deeper. Filling your chest up with air, feeling your collarbones expanding as you inhale, and holding the breath for just a moment, that space in between an inhale and an exhale. And exhale the breath out completely, squeezing the breath out. Again, noticing an inhale and welcoming a sense of relaxation with an exhale. Being sure to keep your face relaxed, your jaw relaxed, that space between your eyes. Keeping your feet planted on the ground beneath you. Now bringing your attention into your body for a body scan exercise, which can help us really tune our attention inward. So focus on your feet that help you move through the world, that carry us through every day. Bring your focus onto your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet, your ankles. Move that focus up your legs, into your knees, your thighs, the backs of your legs supported by the chair. Bring your attention back to the front, the top of your thighs. Perhaps your hands are resting on your thighs. Notice how that feels to touch the fabric of your clothes. Now bring your attention up into your abdomen, where all of the vital organs that support us in this life are located. Bring your attention up into your chest, into your heart space. Breathing in and exhaling out. Welcoming maybe a sense of joy and happiness surrounding that heart. Continuing to keep your attention on your breath or on the physical sensations in your body. If your mind wanders off, come on right back. So now moving our awareness up into our chest, into our collarbones. Maybe sitting up a little bit taller and feeling your chest expand and open, and inviting present awareness into this exercise. Finding space in areas that may have been slouched or may have been constricted. Bringing your attention now to your left shoulder. Maybe moving it ever so slightly and just noticing what that feels like. Curiously observing our bodies can help us stay very present within ourselves. Bring your attention into your bicep, the top of your arm, your elbow, your wrist of your left arm, into your left hand, and each of the 5 fingers of your left hand. Now jumping over into the right hand, the right thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Bringing your focus up towards your wrist, your forearm and your right arm, your elbow, your bicep, and up into that right shoulder. Maybe moving that shoulder around ever so slightly, noticing how it feels. Bringing your focus up into your throat, breathing in and breathing that breath down through your throat into your lungs, and exhaling out. Bringing your attention now into your face, your jaw, your cheeks, and that space between your eyebrows. Maybe focusing on inviting thoughts that are helpful to you and releasing those thoughts that are unhelpful to you. Now bringing your attention to the top of your head, sealing in this body scan where we focused on each part of our bodies and how they feel in this moment right now, observing them without judgment, but with curiosity. Continuing to sit for just a moment longer and noticing how you feel. Focusing on your breath if your mind is wandering off. Maybe saying to yourself, I am inhaling as you inhale, and I am exhaling as you exhale. Focusing on the breath and how you feel in this very moment. And as you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly open your eyes. I hope that was helpful to you to feel a little bit more relaxed and in tune with yourself in the present moment. I thank you so much for joining me in this video, in this introduction to mindfulness video. On the next slide, I will be sharing some resources that can help you to continue along your mindfulness journey. There are a ton of helpful resources online, whether that's guided meditations, just like the one we went through right now, or articles on mindfulness to offer different tools and background information on all the health benefits that it offers. There are books and also mobile applications that can help you incorporate regular mindfulness practice into your daily life. I thank you so much for your time and your attention. Be well.